Sorry about that, just had to manhandle the web page over to the right point. Okay. Let's give my knuckles a bit of a crack. So. Hello, Kathy, and hello, Lucian. Lucian, go to bed. Lucian, you were up so ridiculously early, and you've got D&D later. Go to bed. Rest before your day. Okay, so you remember the various gambling roguelikes I've been playing of late? Like the, Dungeons and, Degenerate Gamblers, and obviously Balatro. It came to my attention that there is another, and it is Peglin, which is pachinko, or arguably Peggle, which is also arguably pachinko. So basically, yeah. This is me continuing this strange trend of gamble-themed roguelikes. We are playing as an adorable little goblin who, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I cannot unsee Joe Cat's little gobbo. I cannot unsee that. And I wish there was a mod that changed them into Joe Cat's little gobbo, but it's the best that I can see. So like many a roguelike, as up here, we've got our difficulty settings. I'm currently on difficulty setting 3. This game probably will explain itself better than I can, so let's start a-going. We've got a little character select, but I don't have any of the characters unlocked other than this one, and no one cares about this one. So, let us begin, and let me show you what's going on. If you're familiar with Peggle, you're familiar with Peglin, basically. Let's have a quick look. I'm gonna say enhanced gunpowder. Minty says, hi, they're stuck at work. I'm not surprised, it's the middle of the day on a Wednesday. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing some earlier shifts as well as later shifts, to make sure that I can try and up the amount of product I actually put out and earn my position that you graciously allow me to have. So, oh, I actually know Joe Cat's gobbo. Exactly. This is why I see them in the little Peglin. I can't unsee it. It's I just see the big cute nose. So, those of you familiar with Peggle will already know what I'm going on about here. But this is mostly just launching the ball at the different pegs and the little pins. Each one of these, unless they start leveling up, is dependent on these stats over here. You can crit if you happen to hit one of these golden exclamation marks, and you've also got the normal pegs, which do 2. Your enemies have health over here, and we fire in usually a straight line. Sometimes different balls have different effects, as you can kind of expect, Binding of Isaac style. So, I'm not very good at geometry. I wish I could just play Hanzo's simple geometry and be fine, but no. So we're just going to be basically, as the stream title says, because I want to get up the levels of the roguelikeness. I don't like a roguelike where the difficulty levels stymie me, so I felt like grinding at this a bit, and if I'm going to be grinding my balls, I might as well do it in a public space where I can claim it's part of my job. Let's go. Also, I tend to play on 2x speed, so my apologies, please get used to it. So if you crit, your damage does go up to whatever your crit thing goes, and here we go with our example of our first different orb. This is a dag orb. Only 1 for each peg, but 7 if we can crit, and we happen to have a crit right there. Here's a tick. Except it just doesn't happen to hit very many things. I really want to try and see if I can hit these bombs. Bombs do about 50 per bounce. Oh, sorry, not per bounce, per set off. If I just hold still and... Behold, a bomb. Okay, days. What do we got here? After each round, you can upgrade your orbs, buy an orb, or heal. Rub orbs are bouncy. Laser orbs only hits special orbs. They're extra bouncy with low gravity. Ball lightning just sort of destroys everything around it, which is really quite nice. But I think I'm going to hold off. And then, as with almost every roguelike absolutely ever, here we have our map for the level. There's 3 zones in total. I wish there were more, because honestly each run feels very short if you're doing a successful one. But let's start trying to go left. Much like Peggle, it falls into the same problem of like the chaotic bouncing gets weirdly addictive to watch. At least to me. Alright, so we got max health up, or the first peg hit by each orb gets a plus 10. Considering... I think I'm probably going to go with first orb hit, just because we don't have much of an early damage option. Just to try and, like, secure our way through some of these until we can start getting deeper in. I want to ping myself off to the right. So of course it goes left. That's fine, we can still reroute. I'm trying to route my way down to the shops, but I'm gonna have to rethink that. And now I'll just go right. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. My god, that is hilarious. Yeah, this is where any pachinko-like, which is a very strange word to say, any pachinko-like starts getting a bit chaotic with the bouncing. Wait for it. Let's have a look and bounce around. I personally like to go for bombs. Because, I mean, the ability to hit everything on the board at once and do 50 damage when everything mostly is rocking up with 60 HP is fantabidoses. And boom. Ah, yes, RPG Peggle. Ah, correction, roguelike. Because, it's 2025 and everything must be a roguelike. I'm aware the game probably came out before then, but still. This seems to be the age when everything's getting discovered to have a roguelike mode. Double Trouble. Fantastic for crit damage, but I can't rely on getting crits enough, so I'm probably going to skip that one as well. Also, I do appreciate the fact that every single thing must have an orb pun in it. We've got Pebbles, Double Trouble, Ether Wheel, Sphere, rather than a spear, Exacerbate. It's a very easy in for me if your game runs mostly on 90% pun energy. It's just cute. Right, so we mostly want to start charting right. I would have preferred to get collateral ball damage. Yep, exactly. I'd prefer to have gotten, like, this one here is an elite, which drops an extra piece of loot. I'd have preferred to get that, but we can get one down here. That's okay. You can also, provided you've got enough charges over here, you can scrap the orb you've currently got to switch to the next one in the lineup. And since there's an easy access crit one over there, thank you. Damn it. I've just arrived and I'm very confused. Welcome to a pachinko roguelike, Zega. That's effectively what we are doing here. If you're at all familiar with Peggle, it'll come across very quickly. I know I keep chanting about Peggle, but I mean, for fuck's sake, it's a PopCap game. It's rare that people don't know what if it's made by PopCap, usually people have heard of it. And then this one is doing its own thing on its So it's Peggle RPG. Peggle roguelike. But yes, very close. Ice Circle. I think I might nab that. Zega. Okay. Exactly. We're in that sort of area of the game making sphere. No pun intended. Where dwelleth Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, Balatro. Apparently there's a slot machine roguelike I want to try at some point.
Sober for this?
I don't know why you're sober, Zega. Probably because you care for your liver? I don't know. Maybe you don't. But yeah, there's a huge amount of like different things that you can stack and different stats and whatnot. For example, Ballad over here gives you Spiness, which means that all of your orbs do better crits. You've got Best Foot Forwarb, which again enhances the next thing that's hit, the next get hit, but I'm not so much a fan of these ones. Exploiter Bowl, which means enemies take extra damage from critical hits. Personally, I like either straight damage, bombs, or we haven't had any turn up at the, I don't believe, but Ball Walk, which is shield, basically. Turtle builds. Do I want to improve that? That might not be the worst idea. Although currently I'm charting to... I'm going to hold on to until we hopefully reach the shops. You'd probably like to unlock the Balladin then. I've been trying to unlock the Balladin, but you try getting 100 blooming ball... I knew you said ball lake. You try getting 100 different fucking ball walk. It's really rough. Because by the time I'd gotten enough stuff to build it up together, I was in the late game and everything died too quick.
I love you.
Hey Ed, what do you call a friendly holy knight? A paladin.
Aww, that's cute. That's just a friendly neighborhood paladin, yeah. Thank you for literally feeding me a bomb. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Can I get an easy crit round here? Possibly. Let's go for this in case we can get the crit. Yes. Fantastic. The little R's, as you can guess, refresh the board. Don't worry, when you get to the higher difficulties, you will die to the first floor quite much. Fantastic. Nice for filtering out the crap builds, you know? Let's see, if I go... What about a corner shot? Nope. Damn it. Oh! Ah, no, that's going to be a pain now. That's going to be a pain to get that bomb now. Oh, hold on. Nope, never mind. No, I think this might be it, folks. Come on. There we go. Give me that bomb. There we go. I confess, I don't normally have this much trouble, but then again, I'm not that familiar with Cruciball 3, so it's probably varying some of the layouts a little bit. I'm actually playing a paladin whose holy oath involves him being a friend to all, get along with folk and being a nice guy while smiting evil. No, smite people who are seeking to ruin friendship. Excellent. Splat orb. Okay, this is a mechanic I'm not at all familiar with. Which is, it adds slime to the next peg after a certain amount, and I don't really. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand this one. It might be worth getting a Spinfectious Sting. But I'd rather spend my money on healing right now. Extra refreshers doesn't sound like the worst idea. And oh, come on! Astounding. Okay, well, we're just not allowed at any point. I'll embrace the lightning. It's a free lightning orb. Sure. I'm honestly considering just sacking the run at this point because that was bad. As you can expect with... It's a sad point that it's a truth universally acknowledged that every single roguelike is universally solved by just thinning down. And so the fastest route to thinning down is almost always the solution. And that kind of makes me a little bit sad, because I would prefer a lot more options in these sorts of games a lot of the time. But nigh every single time it seems to come out that, like, oh, no, thinning it down is always the best option. Like in this one, if you can dictate what orbs you're throwing out more of the time, you're in a much better place. Some decks rely on you having as many... Yeah, if you're talking about, like, bold orbs and all that kind of business, yeah, but that's just mostly about stacking pebbles. And who wants to do that? Well, since we're now completely without shop, we might as well grab some multi-orb. Heal up. And... pump that up so it's as strong as a normal orb. Swashbuckle orb! Collected gold from these ones hit contribute an extra additional 1 times damage to the enemy, but can target any enemy. Choose company, applying double slimes. I'll be honest, this is a point that I've said about this before to a couple of friends, but like I do think this game could do with explaining itself a little bit better. For example, it applies double damage slime. That one's fair. That one's fair. Some of them, it won't say what the hell the slime does. And you end up just staring at it like, well, you're asking me to make a decision in a limited roguelike, and I don't know what this option means. Enemies don't get their extra turns if you're on your first reload. Very nice. Or whenever you reload, gain 6. Since I'm looking to thin, I would like healing, please. Might as well chart over to the left so we can grab another box. When board is refreshed. Yep, sure. Sure. I mean, that or max HP, which is... nice. A decent chunk of the time, but not right this second. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see if we can ping you off of there. Get a crit. So multi-orbs, as you can tell, split. Which is very fun. Oh, Dragon Tear, thank you for reminding me to hunch up. Excellent suggestion. That's it. Everybody stack yourselves onto the board so we can hit you with the bomb. And... nice. What do we got? We got Orbsium, which is dense and activates pegs twice. More susceptible. Swoltorb, it was what I originally started with, and I wish it was better. It's mostly about hitting things as much as possible to upgrade it over time. This works really nicely if you've got something that keeps pegs around. But I'm not a fan if it's just in a vacuum by itself. Level you up so you get a little crazier. And let's chart right if we can, so that we can get 2 question marks rather than a fight which will lose us health just before the boss. A dark obelisk looms. So this one is going to try and give me obelisk. As far as I can tell, given it's a dark obelisk. There is a ball called obelisk. I don't like the ball called obelisk, so I'm going to shove a pebble into it instead, which is deck thinning, which I was looking for ages ago but disallowed. How dare you? You come upon a mysterious altar. You feel yourself pulled towards it. As you near it, you realize you are holding out potential offerings, 1 orb in each hand. A pebble. Get rid of the pebble. I'm getting the thinning I was looking for. Huh. Okay, well, we might not be in quite as bad a state as we originally believed. This isn't going to really help because I can't crit right now, so let's instead use this one to go through. No, that's the one I'm looking for. And lightning orb straight down because I want it to hit. Yep, there we go. Hit the bomb. Ah! The mole has arrived. Fantastic. Hello, Mr. Mole. See if I can launch you over there. Thank you. Ow. How dare you? Fire again, same sort of way. See what we can hoover up. This is where things like the healing on reloading are starting to come in, because my deck is a lot thinner now. Or, I suppose, satchel? My satchel is a lot thinner now. I'm healing a little bit more regularly. It's nice to be good and regular, you know? And thunk into a tree. If we ping you off into there we go. Goodbye. Holy moly. Okay, what have we got? These ones are ones I'm not familiar with. Cruciball, which is trigger crit for every 6 or... Ooh. That's not a terrible pick, actually. What do you look like when you're upgraded? Oh. I mean, the first upgrade's worth it. The second upgrade does not appear to be worth it. Because the first upgrade, meaning when discarded, next orb fired is a guaranteed crit. So even if we didn't feel like firing it, we could turn the next orb into a crit. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Other than that, though... I'm not especially feeling it. Might be worth leveling up the ball lightning. Nah, icicle. Icircle, rather. Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? We've got Spheriday's Fate, which summons a round squirrel. Game, what the fuck is a round squirrel? Hello? No? Okay. Endless Devouring. Attacks do 2 times damage for every that gets downgraded. Okay. At the start of battle, gain some spiness. It's a squirrel which is round. Well, I grasped that bit, but this is where, like, if you're expecting me to pick boss loot, it would be nice to know what the loot does. Like, the rest of the loot explains what it does. It even has extra little bits on the side to explain what the specific words mean, like spiness. This one, nothing. At the start of battle, gain some spiness, so crits would hit harder. Given how crit that first crit orb is working, I think I'm going to stack that with this one. I've never done a crit build, so this is going to be interesting to me. Mostly because, as you can see, when crit orbs and whatnot get buried in certain places, causing crit gets a bit unreliable. Also, these tiny little blocks are very adorable. They've got little eyes. They're just cute. Okay, can I trap this? Yes. Nope, nope, never mind. It pounced straight on out. Okay, let's see how you go on this. Very nice. Okay. Well, let's dunk a little bit of money into you to get you that first upgrade that makes the discard play optional. Ideally, we'd like to path right. I'm probably not going to be allowed to, but we'd like to. Or just go in the fire. That too. God damn it. This is the realities of hinging your life on the sphere. Alright, careful. There we go. Oh, you said you'd go through it, but then you just bounced off it. Okay. Don't chart the line through it if you're going to bounce off of it. Just as an idea. Unleash some multis into there. The little knights come with their little shields, which is both adorable and very aggravating. Because they block so much. Standing sphere, I realize they were just like me, making ground history. Exactly. Exactly. You're getting it. Ew. There we go. Okay. Best orb fence. Deal +3 damage for every 1 bulwark you have. That would be nice if I had a way of generating any. Okay. So, I'm probably gonna say is we upgrade the ball lightning so that we can slam through larger amounts of pegs. And since we're now stuck here, I guess we're just going down the left-hand route. Oh lord, that would be nice. But getting a straight shot down the middle is apparently exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay, as you're running your hand down the corridor wall, you discover the entrance to a small passageway. I'm not going to enter the passageway, no. Just going to keep on going through as many question mark rooms as possible. They might have loot in them. Okay, this is the Spintrest payment, which gains, as you can see, pretty strong bonuses for the amount of money we have. Which is one of the reasons I like to stock the monies. Because if you can find a way to get that stacked with anything that echoes the damage of the most recently used orb, that gets really nasty really quickly. Exactly. Exactly. Ow. Don't sit on my head. My little goblin needs that. Okay. And thunk. Cool. Since we now have Spintrest payment, let's try and save up and spend as little as possible. This would be nice if we were stacking pebbles, but I'm not in the mood for it. Chances of us getting must circle, which is strength in this universe, with obviously spiness being finesse, I'm not so certain of. If we did manage it, it'd be nice to get a bonus to it. So I'm going to take the gamble. There's literally only one way to go, so we might as well grab a couple of coins on the way out. Alright, things are starting to get complicated. Lovely. I want to hit as much as possible, so try and get it wedged into one of these gaps. Switch you out for the multi-orb. We'll wait until this goes around, and then I want to try and unleash it into the circle. Just trap it inside the wheel. Could have been worse, could have been better. Now, wait for the gap and aim for that. Aim nicely for that crit so that we can get the fact that the ice orb pierces through all enemies. Boom. Spending money to make this more powerful with less money. Do we have a shop coming up? No. I'm not allowed shops at all this run, apparently. Fine, I'll invest in Spintrest. Wait for it. I should have waited for it. I should have waited. If it wasn't apparent, if your little navigation lands in the fire, you take some damage. Okay. Whenever you... and the must circle comes through. All boards will gain... We've got enough refreshes. On a reload, we gain must circle. Yes. So our orbs are going to gain +2 bonus damage, which is now +3 bonus damage every time we reload. And we reload decently regularly. Let's try and wedge this into here and... thunk. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The knight here is a little bit weird. Yeah, because he blocks. Which is very aggravating. Very distracting. And because he uses a mirror shield, like some kind of Dark Souls reject, it also causes any pegs we destroy on one side to be destroyed on the other side as well. I want to... can I... try and arc it to get the crit. I don't think that's not gonna... that's not gonna work for me, no. Lock it into there and see if it'll fall down. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it. And he's gone. Oh my god, Alex was lucky. He just got a GeForce RTX 5070 card. He reloaded the page a few seconds later and everything is sold out. Well done, Alex. Bloody hell. I mean, I'll be entirely honest. I'm still reticent about the 50 series. I'm gonna stick onto my 30 series until it melts into an oleaginous slurry. But all the power to anybody willing to go out there and future-proof. Your extra damage the longer your orbs are in flight. All attacks gain 1/1. Or a 5% chance to refresh things into bombs. I mean, no to this one. That's a baseline, but we've already got reload. So yeah, let's try some refreshment into bombs. Let's live a little. Rather than dying a lot, which is what the game seems to want me to do. Orbed Relic Battle Rewards gain an extra option to choose from, or when they're refreshed, orbs gain +1. I think, like, this would be more interesting. We'll see more options that way. We're going to die, but we will see more options that way. Okay. This is going to be a bouncy nightmare. Okay, now I'd really like to get a crit on this next one, since that'll pass through everything. No, I've already cocked it up. Nope, it's missed. Oh well. Get a refreshment going. And fire away. Hold on, that weather vane's still alive. Hold on, we're not done. He's not dead. Oi! Shock Absorber, which gains power for every detonated bomb. I can't always guarantee detonated bombs. Generate Orb generates lightning slimes, which are nice, but realistically, I think I would rather bump the Spintrest payment. Bump the Spintrest and then heal, because there's a boss coming up next, and it's worth having the extra health. What if Peglin but a Souls game? I don't know how the heck that would work. I suppose you'd need to combine... You need to combine Peglin and Night Rain, maybe? This is gonna be weird. I don't really know how this boss works. I've fought it once before, and I'm still confused by it to this day. These paintings seem to, like, hoover in some way, but I'm not entirely certain what the hoovering achieves. Right. Fire that into there. There we go. Ah, I have an infection now. Okay. Or a spinfection, rather. So that means that every turn I'm going to take 40 damage by the look of it, because it's 10 times the number of spinfection. Oh, no, that's only when it attacks the enemy. In my case, it's just the number of spinfection. Right, okay. Come on. Bounce you off of there. Go, little lightning orb. Do your worst. Wedge it into there. Which now means I should be able to bounce one off of that bomb into that bomb. Gotcha. I don't trust the paintings. I don't really know what the paintings are about, so I don't trust them and I want rid of them. There we go. Oh joy, I can have a fully leveled up pebble. Woo. Highway Orbery. Not the worst idea. It's upgraded. It's infinitely upgradable, basically. We could have more multi-balls. We could have Restorb, which is, honestly, in my opinion, kind of crap, because it's heal for 4 once. Woo. And does the once per battle ever go away? No. No, it doesn't. Maybe you can gain something out of gaining max health, but not entirely a fan of it. Oh, the paintings make all pins indestructible. Oh, right. Okay. Fair dues. I'm probably going to just continue on. Okay, what have we got? This is why we took the extra thing for relics. Every shot has multi-ball, but attacks get -2, -3. Not the worst. Our spiness would already counteract the -3, and everything getting multi-orb isn't the worst idea. Magnets, I've never really seen the point of. It basically, it pulls you towards refreshers and crits. Gain 3 ballants at the start of battle and whenever you reload, but you have -1 orb discards. That's my current strongest contender. All orbs get this, but it contains 1 less crit. Or every shot has multi-ball, but the orbs are created that are smaller. I'm probably going to go with the ballants, because if I can keep thinning the deck... I know this, I'm still hanging on to this, even though I've not got a shop this entire time. But if I can thin it down, then I'll reload more. Just 1 shop, that's all I'm looking for, come on. Or to channel the energy of Dottie from RT Games Mario Parties, just screaming to the heavens, "Give me the shop I need!" I've been there on many a game. You're just not being served the items that you require, so you feel no greater recourse than to just scream to the heavens that you require this. Okay, we need to start trying to chisel through. There we go. And of course it immediately puts them back. But I can still shoot through it. Haha! And miss all of the bombs! You bastard! Ow. Thanks, Pinterest. That was really helpful of you to show up when everything was already dead. Finally a buckle orb! Oh my god, a way of creating bulwark. I don't like it, but yes, I will pivot a little bit and put some investment into that, because getting some shield would be nice. Good lord. You catch a glimpse of an ethereal Peglin. It appears to be some sort of echo of its former self. Or yourself? Yeah, I'll take a free upgrade, and I'm putting it into the buckle orb. The echo imbues you with its remaining power before fading away. What is the way to go? We could get a chest into a shop, but we'd have to go through 2 combats to get it. Or we can take a relatively safer route of question, 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 shop. I think question, 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 shop at this... No, not again. Thank you. Heal 15% of your max health for every 100 gold collected. That means in pegs, though, doesn't it? That does, because that icon is not the same as this icon up here. I think I will go for Strange Brew. A little bit of extra damage never hurt anybody. It's fine, we can still pivot. Black holes have now appeared, which is not the greatest. They will try and basically magnetize the ball in. And I'm really wishing that they wouldn't do that. But hopefully we can still try and make this work. That Spintrest is now ridiculous. Now hitting for 16 on a normal and 34 on a crit. Good bloomin' god. Accentuate. Ah, a different kind of orb pun. This would be nice. I mean, it gives us some Must Circle, and we would be able to upgrade it to 3 Must Circle, which would mean 4 Must Circle because of the buffer that we got. But I think at the moment we're a bit too stuffed. I am looking at losing one. I'm just going to heal and hold out. Ed, why you... It really doesn't matter. Just pick a direction, Ed. You find another Peglin, intensely surveying the area.
Oh, hello, I'm Haglin. Have we met before? I'm afraid I haven't quite set up shop here yet, but in the meantime I can offer you a free sample. What can I do for you?
Remove an orb! Get rid of this bloody pebble!
Ooh, a new inventory.
Haglin squeals while taking the pebble level 1 off your hands. You wonder just how many orbs Haglin has collected. Well, hopefully we'll be able to find out, because I want to path to the shop. Ah, finally a shop. Good. Yeah, yes. Bombs detonate in 1 hit. Yes, please. Then we'll remove a pebble. And I know I'm spending a lot of money, but I'm getting a bucklorb as well. I think that's where I'm going to leave it, though. So we've now got... it's still not... This is what I mean. I get Bulwark, but I get it far too late to be any help. We have at least a means of pseudo-healing now. Personally, would be better if we can trek left, left, left. Because we would be able to get more chests. The walls of the corridor appear to be tearing, revealing worlds very similar to your own. The tears grow larger as you progress, revealing countless monsters, and near the end of the corridor you see a Slay the Spire does this as well. Hey, do you want to fight an Act 1 boss in exchange for extra loot? Let's live a little. Let's go. Oh, it's the mole again. Hello. That might not be the worst in the world, to be honest. And the lightning is going to go absolutely ham. Oh, there we go. Holy mo... Thank you for telling me I've unlocked the thing I've already unlocked. Excellent. I will upgrade the bucklorb. And here we get an extra bit of loot. Every 4 shots starts with multi-ball. Projectile attacks have overflow, meaning excess damage carries to the next enemy. That's very strong. Whenever an enemy is defeated, refresh the board. Activated crits also refresh the board. I'm between these two. But I'm thinking the overflow, mostly because the last thing I would want is to die to some random scrub on the way to the boss. So let's keep pathing left. And just keep hoovering up chests. Tick literal loot goblin. Start battles with extra money on the board, or the board will gain an extra crit. Crit. Aim is longer and displays an additional bounce. Or every 4 question mark nodes will be a check. This item is literally useless. There's not 4 until the next last boss. I've got to take the unicorn horn. You get. What just happened? Why am I getting another... Whenever you heal, deal 3 times the total heal as damage to a targeted enemy. Or whenever you lose health. I mean, I'm gonna lose health more than I'm gonna heal. I have no idea what just happened. Okay, if that was honest to goodness another chest, that would have been wild. Hang on. Can I arc this like that sort of way? Wait, no. There we go. If you destroy all the bombs in the chest, you get extra loot. Oh, fair enough. I did not know that. That's cool. Hold on. You. Ow. He's hitting me. No. Ow. Okay. Oh, another spin trust payment. No, thank you. Signal boost orb. If this is affected by muscle, circle, spin S, or ball lengths twice. No, thank you. Let's just go for a simple heal and move on. Whenever ball walk is gained, increase the amount by 2. That's our current leader. Whenever the critters trigger every 3 times, gain spin S. No. Spinfection damage is increased by 5 per area. Wow! That doesn't mean shit right now. Thanks, game. No, we're going with essential oils, which, given my previous history of turning this PC into an aromatic oil dispenser, mood. Okay, this is just trying to chisel through, so. Plod through these lads. We've got some rather interesting gravity going on, but we shall persevere. And there goes the overflow damage coming through. Let's throw a last upgrade onto that buckler orb. And immediately into the fire. I'm just looking to get to the boss. Oh, great. There's a black hole right in the dang center. Alright then. Let's just try and knock you off of there. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Personally, I'd like to arc it back onto itself if possible. Hang on, there's a bomb over there. Might as well just go for that. I love bombs, if you haven't grasped that by now. They are a little bit strong. I mean, I don't really know how this is going to work. I guess arc it like that? Sure, game. Sure. That'll work. You're gonna be a mimic. Yep. Happy for another mimic though. Now, if you would kindly, sir, provide me with some more loot, I'd be much appreciated. Getting that off of that. Nice. Oh. I haven't wanted to add any more, but Summoning Circle firing, well, upgraded 3 copies of the next orb in your deck is not a bad one. Considering how chaotic our shots are getting. And if that happens to reset behind Spintrest payment, yes. Whenever a little wooden shield is created, gain 4 bulwark. This doesn't help. I don't have a way of creating little wooden shields. Whenever it's refreshed, gain my circle. That's our current leader. Whenever cherry bombs are created during battle, gain an additional bomb. All pegboards start with twice as many bombs. We don't create bombs very often, though, so I think maybe the must circle. Or we just hope that the boss doesn't kill us in the last quarter and just try and do as much as we can. Honestly, my luck is being very strange at the moment. Despite all of the ping-ponging, we've still somehow got to the end, so I'm going to say that double damage at the end. Because I'm probably going to die. Right at the last second. And if I'm going down, I'm going to try and take him with me. Alright, welcome to Minesweeper. Be honest, I don't know how this boss fights. Because normally when I fought this one, I just fought him with 1,000 bombs. This is going to be a journey as much for me as it is for you. And multi-orb. Go for it. Summoning Circle coming up next, and it's loaded onto the bulwark. I think we might be fine for shields. Alright, let's go. And there he goes, I guess. Well then. Considering the rough start we had, I think that shaped up rather well, don't you? But, as far as I'm aware, I still haven't unlocked the bloody Paladin, because I can't get my bulwark up high enough because everything dies too quick. By the time I get only bulwark going, it's the end of the bloody game. And now that you've seen a run, if you're expecting anything else, go away. Because I'm pretty much intending to just sit here, and I felt like, after watching Lucian play some rather astoundingly strange games of Peglin last night, as like ball bounces that seem to hit like one peg and then ignore the rest, because I can only assume it was 3 in the morning and the shots just weren't firing for them. It filled me with an urge, the British pettiness urge, to do this myself and see if I can do any better. Eye of the Turtle from the start, yes please. So that is fully. Oh, it's the slime. Look, it was 3 AM. I'm cursed at 3 AM. I told you that, and you disagreed with me. You git? I said maybe 3 AM's not the best time to be making strategical decisions in Peglin. Hi Ed, it's nice to see pettiness mode is still there. Pettiness is like... is a huge factor of British life. It's just unavoidable. I mean, for goodness sake, like, I can't find... Can I... Is that note still on my phone? Let's have a look. Hold on. Where's the note about spite? Do I still have that? Okay, I think I got rid of it. But basically, once upon a time, when this was a couple of years after the bad times of my life over at the sort of 2020 zone. Because I'd gotten quite a complex at that point about constantly worrying that everyone in my life was, after the shit show with my fiance, I got a worrying complex that everyone in my life was going to leave me for an upgrade. Like friends would just leave me behind, etc., that kind of business. I wrote down somewhere, and I'm happy to see I've deleted it, but I wrote down somewhere an acronym, and said acronym read SPITE. I don't remember what these specific points were. I remember that I was intelligence, try and improve my intelligence. P was trying to improve my physicality. E, I think, was economy. And I can't remember what the other ones were, but it was basically like I literally, my engine of being that keeps me alive and from making drastic decisions runs on spite. So, yes, I am an elemental of patience and spite. And pettiness just is the softer version of that, as years have gone by and extra DLC's been released, I've been nerfed. Okay, so there's a lot of elites and a shop. This is... Social. I think you're right, Lucian. I think it was actually social was one of them. So it was like social, physical, intelligence, whatever T was, and economics. Because I was basically trying to promise myself that, like, I wanted to turn into a person no one would leave behind for a quote-unquote upgrade again. And then I realized that I didn't need to prove myself to that sort of person, because that sort of mentality is abnormal, and normal people don't treat people like NPCs you just swap out for a higher class party member. So I could make these things called friends. It was really nice. To my amazement, 5 or so years later, they haven't left me behind. As I mentioned on the other stream the other day, like I still have this regular questions section with my partner as like, oh, I love you. Why? Because I just don't fundamentally understand it. But we'll get there. Okay. Eviscerbate. Balestra. Oh, that's... No, that doesn't sound like a good idea at all. That buffs up the enemy. Why would I do that? No. Is this the one that improves its... Ooh. Okay, we could try for a spinfection build. To just eat away at the enemy's HP by just infecting them with basically the Black Death. We could go for that. That might work. Yeah, sure. Let's live a little. And keep pathing to the right if possible. I don't think T was tenacity though, Thyrus. I'm not certain. Multi-ball it up. there's not quite as much point in aiming the multi-balls. Because they're just going to go off and do whatever they want, I've noticed. Temperance. I don't... No, I don't think so. That has an outside possibility of being true, but I don't... It doesn't gel. I don't believe so. Forbification. Oh, you're the thing that makes the little wooden shields. I mean, you are an early source of bulwark. What do you upgrade into? Yep, let's do Toxic Stall. Forbify! We got enough time to make some money. That should be alright. Time maybe, or just plain old tea? Might well have been time, actually, LRL. You might be onto something there. I mean, certainly I do know that in the grand scheme of things, I did win through the time one. And, you know, not that there is winning in sort of like life as a whole, but I did at least live long enough to see said fiance chew up and spit out the person who was supposedly my upgrade the same way they spat out me. And do exactly the same, like, horrifying behaviors that they did to me, to them. I've never spoken to them, because obviously not. But I do find it very funny that I heard through a friend of a friend, they just sort of like were just completely hollowed out. The same way as happened to me, just staring forward like, I should have listened. I didn't believe them. I should have listened. I made so many mistakes. Yes! That does fill me with a little bit of evil joy. I will accept that that is dark and evil to take joy in another's suffering, but after I warned you and you didn't listen, that's on you. Dr. Waddledy. Morning, Edward. Morning! How you doing? Everyone's allowed a little bit of evil joy every once in a while. Yes? Though I feel like my... I feel like my evil joy quota is already taken up by laughing at your suffering as we've been slowly getting into the more unstable areas of the games we've been playing recently. That's currently my evil joy fix. I shouldn't be greedy. Haha! Blocked. Doink. I'm just gonna chisel through these bombs because that's the easiest source of damage I can grab. And of course I then immediately blockade myself away from them. Ow! Bastardo! So I wanted to tell you guys I'm off Twitter and have a permanent stay on Blue Sky. I feel cleansed on an Ash Wednesday and I'm feeling great. I'm glad to hear that. I'll be honest though, as far as the Twitter and Blue Sky drama, I'm aware that it's more relevant to certain industries. I tuned both of them out a long time ago. Only hits these and can pass through all others. The Morbid Orb, which allows you to resurrect dead pegs. Exacerbate, which it can make debuffs worse, I guess, but I'm not really getting much out of the Spinfection at the moment because I keep hitting random other people. Let's heal and just move on, I think. Ooh, okay. All orbs have Echo 10. That can be very strong. Means that basically every orb does 10% of the last orb's damage as extra damage. Lucky Penny, no. A sock puppet that prevents the first time we'd lose health. Or pumpkin pie. Each shot, a random... Basically, where it says a random slot, they effectively mean the bottom areas. These little bits down here. One of those turns into a portal. Yes. That gets ridiculous if you have multi-ball at any stage. We want to try and path right. Also, it's a nice Peggle-like game. Indeed! Indeed it is. It's Peggle the roguelike. Speaking of Evil Joy, I had one last week when a competitor managed to spring the sprinklers, but only on their electrical assets. Yet ours was further from it and completely dry. I don't remember the exact scenario of this. But I do remember there was one section where I was emailing... It was back when I was in my old job, and I was emailing backwards and forwards with a GP. And I can't remember how, but this secretary had just gotten a bit too big for their britches, clearly, at whatever surgery they were in, and was trying to blockade my authority as practice manager from, like, talking to and getting a word in edgeways to the doctor for this particular patient. And long story short, I just remember having a beaming smile on my face, someone next desk along from me asking why, because it's so rare for me to look happy at all. And I just said, there's just a true visceral joy to the watching someone step on a landmine you told them was there. Watching someone you don't like step on a landmine you told them was there is just very satisfying. So I feel you on terms of, like, they've set off the sprinkler system, but only on their stuff. Oh no, I was hoping it'd bounce up and grab that one. Ayo. It's surviving until we can get something build defining, you know? That's the rough part with all this. Then again, I guess that's the case with basically every roguelike ever. Surviving until you get something build defining, but it done off hurt. There we go. Just needed to sort of wedge that in there. With any luck, we should eventually be able to get to the damn shop. Bombs apply blind to enemies. Corn. Heal 1 for every 15 activated. That's our current leader. Enemy Spinfection will increase each turn instead of decreasing. That's strong, but I think the healing will be better in the long run. Especially for the later levels where we're just firing one single peg that will just go ridiculous amounts of distance. Ha! You! Ah. Okay, we're basically sorted for money for a good while now. What I just bought is the Sprouting Spinvestment. Your money increases by 20% when entering a question mark node. As you've seen around the game, there's quite a few question mark nodes around. So a 20% money stack is not the worst idea. I never really aim. I never remember it's a thing, so I want to see if I can, yeah, try and snipe him. Ah, damn it. Was hoping I could grab the bomb. Generate a little bit of bulwark. I would prefer if I could hit that bomb in the corner, but... fine, we'll just unleash the multi-balls into here and hope they hit something. Nice. A little bit of bulwark, but I'd prefer the heal. We will continue our bulwark empire some other time. Let's go this way. See if we can grab a chest. See what we can get out of it. This is an interesting game. At the time I saw this, I thought it was some kind of mobile type app game. I do play a lot of those. I guess I have a busy life. Yet this has the gameplay of Peggle I do miss seeing, so it's interesting. Yeah, it's... I wasn't expecting to like it, but it's quite cute and quite nice. Whenever you reload, refresh the board. Meh. Wall bounce is contributing to damage. Yes, please. Okay. Now, ideally, we want to go down towards this shop. So I'm going to try and pivot us left, and it's not going to work. You emerge. You stumble upon a strange mirror with shadows flickering in the reflection. You're drawn closer and closer until your nose is nearly touching the glass. The shadows are speaking a language you've never heard before, but you understand their offer. Remove an orb and lose 8 HP. Or remove all orbs and lose 4. This is a stupid move. I'm going to lose all orbs. The shadows in the mirror offer to ease your burden, and you accept. You feel a slight sense of dread as your satchel empties and the world fades to black around you. You awaken sometime later with a mysterious new Ouroboros as the sole content of your satchel. Basically, we can fire this 3 times before the next one needs to be drawn. If we ever discard it, we take 4 damage. But it echoes the damage it did last time, 40% of it. And we're going to try and take this over towards fighting an elite. Which is a bold move, frankly. What the hells are you? I've never seen you before in my life. Okay then. Well, this is going to be interesting. Ah, you're like a slime generator. I see. Okay. Well, let's try and chisel through these little lads. Alright, so it looks like I could kill you by straight damage, or I could try and kill you by just killing all the slimes and letting you kill yourself. I think that's probably for the best on that one. Ow. Okay. All the bombs are in silly places. This is definitely where that little bit of healing from the corn is coming in handy. I knew the corn would come through. Trust in the corn. Now, if I could just get a bomb, please, that would be... Thank you. Beautiful. Alright then. We need to heal. Badly. Every shot is a crit when fired below 50% health. Interesting. Means we could technically yo-yo our health back up and down. Every prime numbered shot pierces an additional enemy. No one cares. Whenever crit is hit, convert 2 into more crit. Or the essential oils. Let's go with the essential oils, just in case. Ow. Alright. Initially, we wanted to come here to thin our deck. However, nowadays, we're doing alright. So, we're looking more for things that we can start padding it out with. Although... Okay, but I am curious what happens if I just remove all the orbs from my deck entirely. Oh, that'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. We can spread some rubber around. I'm going to say we exit the store. And we'll keep charting our way downwards towards the... Or not. Never mind. I guess we're fighting. Right. Bunch of bats, which is really aggravating, so we just want to try and grab those bombs while we can. It's not going to work, but we can try. You off of there. Beautiful. Okay then. This could blind the enemy. Which might not be the worst idea. Realistically, the problem is that the next boss is the slime, whose whole deal is having a huge amount of health, making it really difficult to actually get the orbs, sorry, the balls, to the pegs in the first place, because they put blockers in the way. And then generally just absorbing their character and doing a fuckload of damage, so I don't think blinding them is really going to help. I think under the circumstances, we upgrade Ouroboros as high as we can, and just pray. Just pray that that stacking damage from the echo does anything. And we have been absorbed. Okay. Hope for the best. Fire some bombs inside the enemy somehow. Come on. All right then. Orbsium, which is dense again. Rub Orb, Infern Orb. I think that's all right. Well, let's just leave it with that. Right. What are our relics? Your orbs get +2, +4 while you have any negative status effect. You start each battle with Confusion 4. While confused, your aimer will spin wildly out of control. Nah. Every 3 hits provides explosive force until the board is next refreshed. Look after yourself, Alexandros. Have a good time at work. Every one activated gets upgraded. Every even shot activates these things an extra time, but they become dense. Or add 2 rare orbs to your deck. Orbs are randomly upgraded 3 times and 50 years acquired. Let's try the Haglin Satchel. Because there's only... Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's only so many things it could add or refresh. Okay, so we have a shock absorber, but that relies on bombs having been set off. If we can find a way to pivot to bombs, that'd be great. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm just not that optimistic. Knock it into that little gap there. Come on. Thunk. Okay. Ow. Try and get it. Nope, nope, nope. Never mind. Wayward Sun 123. Oh my god, it's a group of thwimps. Pretty much. But don't worry, we'll clean the castle. Oh, I forgot I changed orb. When fired, refreshes the board. Oh, okay. That's not the worst idea, but it's also not very helpful. At least not right now. The shock absorber is doing okay. I mean, provided we start with Ouroboros every time. That could be really good, or it could be kind of crap. The important thing is we have a chunk of money, so basically every question mark we go to is now a huge chunk extra money to us. So I think we want to try and path right. I want to try and get that elite over there, but because we went to a question mark, we've got a huge chunk more money. I'll just dash through the flames. I do not like fireballs. They are no help to me. You are literally going to do no damage right now, so let's switch you out. Alright, okay. Fire the Ouroboros! And hope it sort of gets wedged. Okay. It annoys me. They've stuffed... I know what they've done. They've stuffed all the bombs down here because getting to them is going to be a pain. They know I like my bombs. Darn you, why will you not let me explode the world? At least the echo damage is hopefully helpful in the long run for this. Because this whole map's shtick seems to be a lot of bouncing around and sort of trying to stack up as much as possible. Okay. At least one of them's finally bloomin' dead. Just keep hoping for the best. And hoping that the echo damage does its thing. Ow. Slowly, gently, chisel them down. I know they're supposed to be knights, but from a distance they look like... They kind of do look like the Frost Legion, actually. Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm. You apply those little wooden shields. I'm not a fan of the little wooden shields. They kind of mess up my flow. We could get with a multi-orb, but I think just a heal. We want a path towards the elite so that I can hopefully get to a shop. Yep, figured it'd be the knight again. This is gonna suck. Right. Right, Ouroboros, go. Do your thing. I was hoping you... maybe we can get some bombs on this one. Come on. Just a few. I need to start getting the... I need to start getting bombs fired off so that hopefully the, Dang. Oh, what is it called? Shock Orb Absorber actually does any damage. Please. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's one. Even one bomb is enough to make it do any damage at all. Ow! Okay, there we go. There we go. Heal. Chemiball, hazard, poison slimes. Right. Applying healing slime to every 35th one hit, which makes the peg durable. Okay. When applying positive effects, increase the amount applied. And that would stack nicely with the essential oil, but we don't have any means of doing bloody... We don't have any means of doing bloody bulwark at the moment, so I'm not really grateful for it. Every 11 collected triggers a crit. Probably... I swear that guy's shield looked like a mirror shield. That's because it was a mirror shield. That was also why when it was in the shield pose, everything was mirroring all the pegs that we hit. Let's say slimy salve. I've never really understood this sliming pegs business, so let's give it a try. In the meantime, all attacks gain that whenever you read... That might be quite strong. I already know you're strong. I think I'd like to try and maybe get rid of the replenish orb. I don't think it's doing much for me. either that or the shock absorber. The shock absorber prevents me getting quite so much. Nah. Be brave. Be bold. And then I'm leaving it at that, I think. Nimble, Dagorb, All Lightning. Tempting as it is to get the Must Circle, I think I'm going to leave that be. Because we reload a decent chunk, but we don't reload as much as you'd think we do. And I need some money in hand so that the investment keeps paying off. Now we're just playing some kind of strange Donkey Kong level now, apparently. But given that this echoes 80% of its last damage, this should hit decently hard now. Yeah, okay. I just need to find a way to make it pierce through enemies now. Bounce you off of there and back onto yourself. That self-healing from the corn and the slime is already doing some work. It's trying to make up for the fact that we don't have any blooming bulwark. I'm okay with that. You just don't do any damage, Shock Absorber, so I'm just going to reload. Oh, but... don't immediately go first. I just reloaded you, you bastard. Good luck with the game, says Dr. Waddle Dee. Thank you very much, Doctor. We'll try our best. We're currently fighting some annoying PT piranha plants, but we're doing our best. That self-heal is really clutching at the moment. Okay. What are you? A glass half ball. Applies transferency on hit. Projectile attacks will pierce through enemies with transferency X doing... It would be good for getting... It would be good for getting Ouroboros to fire its damage through people, but I think I might just want to stick with healing for now. Annoyingly, there doesn't seem to be another shop I can path to. Start trying to accrue some crit. I'm more concerned about the knights than I am the paintings, I think. Now we've got some damage accrued. There we go. That's more like it. Keep going with the bombs. This'll work. Eventually. Mostly because bombs make the shock absorber do anything. Nice. Okay. A Martyrjorpska. Poltorbgeist. Um... I think you might be a decent investment actually to hang on to. Now, we could just go right and get a chest, but if we go left, we might get some extra money and then a chest. And there goes an extra 26 money, thank you. Weathered old Peglin, flipping a poker chip between their nimble fingers, and no. Goodbye. Aim is longer and displays an additional bounce. Yeah, sure. Alright, I'll take it. Let's path right, which will get us a little bit more loot and 2 more fights, so we can stack up more money. Firing or increasing HP. I'm not so fussed with increasing the HP. You're kind of not that helpful to me though in the long run, so just in case that one comes up. Oh lordy, alright. Well, this is a good chance for you. Go to town, buddy. Want to try and wedge it into that. No, I missed. I wanted to try and wedge it into. Oh, it's ended up over there anyway. That's fair. Stop jumping on my head. You're not Mario. And even he's not allowed to do that since the Accords. There we go. What the heck are you? Go for the ice circle. Regular attack that pierces one enemy on crit pierce all enemies. Or pierces the first peg. Applies blind on hit. So you're basically a stronger version of the ice circle. Interesting. You already leveled up to +2. No. I'm instead going to upgrade this one so it goes to multi-ball 2. Another shock absorber. You aren't any help, shock absorber. Try and clear myself some room. Now let's try to get to blasting. Excellent. Fantabby-dozy. There go the bombs. So the shock absorber will now do something when it ever shows up again. I want these bloody chandeliers dead. Fire you back on yourself. Nice. And the shock absorber at least does something now, which is all we really needed from it. Then the orb. See if we can arc that. Any of the balls go into the hole. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. A protect orb that deals no damage but gains bulwark every... Ooh, okay. I mean, we do have the essential oil, so you probably would be a good investment. I'll take you, and I'll bump my health up. Mem orb, which does... It can only be used once per battle. No, I don't want ones that can only be used once per battle. Let's go a little bit. No, too much. Too much. I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea how this fight works. I've done it a couple of times and I still don't know how the hell it works. Their main gimmick is that they fire at you with the bow and then you are caused to... Yeah, as you'll see, it spins your thingamadob around. I'm just not sure what dictates when they will or won't fire. Because sometimes they've fired at me twice on the trot, once after another, and sometimes they've just ignored me. And because of the essential oil, we gained quite a bit more buckle orb than we otherwise... sorry, bulwark than we otherwise should have. Hello, Southern Mayhem. How you doing? We're playing with our balls. How are you doing? Ah, we've unlocked the castle janitor. Fantastic. Let's try and ping through some of that more middle section. Gotta admit, the self-sustain has really been coming through on this one. Although I am starting to wonder where their boss fight is going to go when they can't send any more dudes at me. They're literally running out of dudes. Like, lads, I'm concerned about you. Are you going to be okay? A full sweep. Battle of... Well, never mind. I wasn't allowed to read that. Battle of Ballista Militia until all its minions have spawned. Which apparently I've gained multiple times, that achievement. Thank you? Question mark? You shot your own men! How could you? They trusted you. They still had friendly fire turned on. Oh, that's going to be an embarrassing moment in the chat afterwards. The lobby will never be the same. Well, I'm pretty sure we're not at risk of dying anymore, but we are at risk of dying of old age. We'll kill them eventually. It's just a question of how long it takes. I have to get back to work. I was on break. See you all later. Love watching you on my break. Teehee. Look after yourself, Southern Mayhem. Maybe when you come back, this guy will be dead. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lots a lot for the perfect time. And Leopard, thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder to stop drinking. Let's take some time to upgrade. You turn into a multi-ball 3, and you turn into a slightly stronger version of yourself, but then we'll leave it at 200 because that still keeps making this even stronger. Magnet, we don't care. Tender Cactus. Orb damage is increased to X 1.3, Y 1.3, and the targeted enemy is damaged every time a peg is activated, but attacks will only deal 2+ bonus damage. I'm not gonna. Your current shot's total damage is dealt to the target every time 3 of these are collected, but you can no longer obtain this from pegboards. Status effects you apply have 2 times intensity, but attacks have -10. Yikes! I mean, I'm not honestly that interested in any of them. Okay, that's not good. So the last boss of here is a dragon. That's going to be rough. Of course, I try and bounce it, and immediately that specific peg just vanishes. Damn you. Okay, well, there haven't exactly been any bomb. I don't think there are even any bombs on this level. Not that I can see any who's, so... This is probably where we just die. Because everything I try to aim is just getting basically 0 damage. Like, I understand that the intention was for me to have some form of pierce or AoE in order to get the mushrooms dead before this guy. Yeah, hey ho. Ouroboros is a weird time, and I'm not here for it, to be honest. Like, it's very nice for the thinning action. I do understand that. But I'm not overall that enamored of it. Provided that you don't just ping off into the stratosphere. There are better ways of thinning your deck. Like going to shops, for example, and not just pinging off into the stratosphere. Sincerely, Mr. Tree Branch, do you think this is Darkest Dungeon? Stop hiding behind the corpse of your dead friend. There we go. There we go. Oh, instant You're more helpful. An instant Bucklorp. Yes, please. Omegorb destroys each peg hit. Or Omegorb downgrades each peg hit, but has overflow. Okay, so right, down, preferably. Pegs that detonate nearby ones when at detonated. Yes, please, because that is weirdly strong. Okay, so with a healthy supply of Bulwark early game, we probably are going to be all right in the long run. In the short run. Let's upgrade you once. I'd prefer to go right if possible. Some of these ones aren't as bouncy as the... Okay, never mind. Ethereal Peglin. Sure, free upgrade on the button. Sure thing, thank you. Keep trying to pass towards the damn shop. Finally, Twitch decides it will work for me today. How's it going? We lost the last go, but we're just doing all right. We're in the longest run, in the grandest scheme of things. This isn't the be all and end all of games, you know. We're just having a little bit of fun with our balls. And sometimes said balls are actually bombs. Sometimes a smile and the quick passing of time is all you can ask of a game. Exactly. I could also ask of a game if it would have let me set off another bomb. That'd be grand. Thank you. Beautiful. Ooh. Highway Aubrey early. Or a Cauldron Ball. How much do you upgrade by? I mean, this is mass AoE, so yes, I think so. And we're going to try and path towards a shop, so I'll hold on to my money for now. Do you have anything that's going to suddenly change my mind? No, you're not. Right. Get rid of one of these pebbles. And after that, presumably question mark down elite chest and then down. Question mark. You find a waterfall just off the path. What secrets might be hiding? We check behind the waterfall. Always check behind the waterfall. There is a strong monster. Shit. I can't say I regret checking behind the waterfall, though. You always check. Every game, regardless of tone, you check behind the waterfall. Okay. Got a decent amount of ball walk going. Ow, thank you. I thought that was the game for a second. Got a decent amount of ball walk, so we shouldn't take too much damage when he does arrive, because he is gonna. But we will persevere. We will have the time. And thunk. There we go. Right. Let's take the opportunity to turn you into upgrading by 2. When your deck is shuffled, each orb's randomly rolled between -2 or +4. Or whenever you lose health, reduce the amount of the amount lost by 1. I think the intentional oboe, so that we hopefully don't take as much damage in this grand scheme as could be a problem. Oh, this is mean. Oh no, oh come on. Money growth or short fuse? JavaScripter 2302. It's going to be so sad to skip punch if you find leaf later. I have no idea what that sentence means. Gonna be frank with you. The pincer maneuver. Projectile and targeted attack damage is split between the original attack and an additional attack targeting the furthest enemy. Yeah, I'll take some extra damage for flight time. Why not? Could be worse. It's not the most additional damage, but again, it's not the end of the world. It could be worse. That was a bloody dreadful one, that one. Spiraled completely out of control. It's a boss relic, so maybe you didn't see it properly. I'm going to be honest, when I say I don't understand any of that sentence, I really didn't understand any of the sentence. Like, what was the punch you were referring to, just as much as the leaf? Like, just the entire business was lost on me, I'm afraid. Oh, it was called Refreshing Punch. Right, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm afraid I haven't been playing the game long enough to memorize the names of every single item, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Meanwhile, I'm just bouncing around, realistically. Ow. Tried to eyeball it. Grab you. Just anything. I just want this slime gone. There we go. Do I want another buckle orb? Probably, yeah, why not? And a little bit of heal. And hold on for a second. Oh, thank you. Essential oil. Yes, please, if we're going for some buckle orb. Because at the moment, that's the only thing that's going to keep me alive. Spiffy crit. Nice. Spiffy crit. You apply exploitable to enemies or to exploitable on a crit. Or chance of more bombs. I'm a sucker for bombs. Yeah, so more bombs. Second, I thought I heard spiffing Brit. I'm pretty sure that's the purpose, Lancelot. I'm pretty sure that's the intended effect. Summoning Circle would be nice if most of us wasn't pebbles. So I'd rather get rid of the pebbles, to be honest. Yeah, just thin it down so that we can get to the buckle orb fastest. Dark Obelisk, thank you for eating my other pebble. Continue chewing through Mr. Mole. And you're dead. Cool. Let's get an upgrade on that buckle orb. Alleviation. Applies damage reduction. Each damage reduction slime on the board reduces incoming damage and melts off once used. Could be quite nice, actually. Ah, let's... Oh, no, that's the Infernal. That's level. It's got a ridiculously high, number it needs to hit, but I'm guessing that goes down as it goes up. Oh, yeah, that's not bad at level 3. Every ball is multi-ball, but gains... Every even shot activates an additional time. At the start, grab some spiness. Let's say... I haven't tried this additional time business, and it'd be nice if it could bother to tell me what dense means, but... Alright, knights. Thankfully we got some infection, so let's go. And... Ah, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming over. The last night. Hey guys, what? Oh, everyone's dead. Yes. I'm sorry, Knight, and it's all your fault. Start working on bold deviation. And I can still get a shop by going left, and I get 2 guaranteed chests. I think I'll go left. I'm afraid, gentlemen, I have Bulwark, so... There we go, you gotta chew through it first. Oh! He tried his best and just fell over, bless him. Poor little guy. Heals 1 every time it's refreshed, or start with extra money. Well, yeah. Out of 2 kind of crap options, I'll go with that. Probably pumpkin pie so we can bounce around some more. Reduces self-damage by 50%. Flying enemies are attacked horizontally and take 1.5 damage from projectile attacks. I don't see myself doing any self-damage, so I'll go with the one for slightly extra damage. Why not? Thank you, Dagger. Go nuts, gentlemen. Cool. More Bucklorb? More Bucklorb. Why not at this point? I was originally going to try for some kind of AoE spinfection, but no, apparently we're just all Bucklorb all day now. Maybe I'll finally get the goddamn Bulletin. Do I want more? I mean, the shop's miles away. I'll get more money in between now and then. AoE isn't the worst idea. I know what the bloody caves are like. Nope. Do I want an upgrade or remove? I'd rather get rid of this pebble, to be honest. Okay. Start getting a little bit of infection going on you lads. To be honest, Poison Ivy is harder than Bulwark in a China shop, from my experience at least. I'm going to be honest, JavaScripter, from a lot of the stuff you're saying, you're speaking a lot of meta speak that I just am not kind of getting. I'm afraid. But I appreciate your attempt. Let's go by 2. That's the name of the Balladin and Roundrel unlock achievements. Oh, right. Okay. Oh. Of course. It's fine. We'll just try and path left again. He'll get down to the bottom any day now. There we go. And let's say off that way, see if we can get a crit. Thank you. Mostly because I likes my AoE. And thunk. But now I know what you're referring to, though, with the achievement names. I've already got the Roundrel one, the poison one, because I basically just kept getting I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one that doubles Spinfection. So I just doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled until it got high enough. Getting the Bulwark high enough, I've found considerably harder, because normally I just keep getting Bulwark right at the end when I'm already killing stuff far too quickly. That's not the worst. Do I want a rank 3 Ball Lightning? Do I want rank 3 Ball Lightning? How far are we from that blooming shop? Oh, sure. Just in case we need to zap something, I guess. And a heal wouldn't go amiss. If I'm honest with myself, a heal would not go entirely amiss. Need to accept my limits. Right, what are you? Rallying Heart? Or Muscircle? I don't really generate much Muscircle, but in case I do, I might as well grab you. Now, where was I trying to path? I was trying to path left, yeah. Oddly, for some reason, only some chat is showing up on the restream chat. As whereas, Meg Shkomon, I'm afraid you got lost there. Hey, Ed, I beat my playthrough of BG3 last night. Very well done. I'm always glad to hear when people enjoying themselves. And congratulations on successfully exiting Act 1 alive. Sorry, Act 3 alive. Blech. Try and get some AoE going on you lads. Oh no, Can you imagine just walking into a room, immediately receiving pestilence and dying? Good lord. Poor lad.
Oh, hello.
That could be kind of fun, actually. Yeah, you're coming along. Let's upgrade you so you're actually worth a damn. Working in a hospital simulator. Pretty much, yeah. It'd be theme hospital, but the theme is actual hospital. Right. Okay. Now, I don't have enough money for everything. I can get rid of the dag orb and get down to just the orbs that I actually like. Or I can give us a little bit more damage, or a bomb baton. Oi! Oi! Indeed, indeed. Bomb baton, pegboards start with +3. I wonder if that applies to, because what stymied me last time was the fact I ran into a board with literally no bombs on it. Does that force them onto it? Because that would be worth it if that's the case. Oh, let's find out. Let's find out.
Oh, hello, older man.
You already generate bombs with the cookbook, so baton is redundant. I mean, it has a 5% chance to. Understand you're relatively new around these parts because I haven't seen your name pop up a lot, but I don't deal well on tiny chances. They don't land well around this neck of the woods. Also, thank you very much for the follow, Java. That's it, that's it. A few more paintings, thank you very much. And there they go again. Screw your paintings! Heck, we're all just waiting until Ed breaks the game. I don't think that's gonna happen. Nope. This is such a simple one, I don't think it's in danger of breaking. It's when they're trying to do something ambitious that they start to shatter. Speaking of chances, I was playing no skin the other day. I kept hitting the 30% like 3 to 4 times option instead of the higher one. The game just really did not want me to beat Rags. Yeah, I could see that. There is a 3 times speed setting in the options, but the game has... that has game-breaking warnings on it. What? Why? Oh dear, the poor lads. Apparently the physics go a little bit weird at 3 times. Uh-huh. You don't say. Yeah, this was I'm not entirely certain where their poison keeps coming from, because all they seem to do is run up and paint things. The animations on this one are not as explicit as quite a lot of the other bosses, so they kind of confuse me. Like, a mole running up and bashing you, that makes sense. A painter sort of generally wafting their brush somewhere near them, I don't understand. I mean, might as well. Leshy's not the worst. I can work with Leshy. Actually, that raises a point. I was talking to Lucian the other day about there's apparently a bestiary somewhere. Encyclopedia, here we go. Does this explain the boss mechanics? Because, like, that would be appreciated. Figment of imagination is mastered the art of painting sentient paintings that drain energy from the pegboard. Stunning portraits pack a punch when fully powered up. Yeah, okay. Packing a punch when fully powered up and what? That's great and all, but you're literally a bestiary. Could you explain the mechanics, please? Ah, sorry, no, it's hidden in the paintings section. These paintings are uniquely able to capture the energy stored in pegs and use it for their own devices. Well, chat's already told me that means to make them indestructible, but of course, I don't have enough spintel, so probably you say that later, maybe. You can release that energy by defeating them, but time your attacks carefully, as they will burst into a cloud of spinfectious gas when destroyed. That's where the spinfection was coming from, not the painter wafting a brush at me. There we go. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. They use old school lead paint. Ah, of course. Now that's the secret. You take a break from that fine lead-based paint and learn about dodgeball. Yes, next decade. Bring back asbestos. It's fine. It was fine before, and it'll be fine again. Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel like some lightning, why not? Right, said Fred. Left, left, if possible. I will admit the music is starting to annoy me though a little bit. So hold on, let's just turn that off. Pardon me. What do we want to throw on? Soundtrack wise, let's say for the moment we want something that can sort of generically be thrown on. So let's stick with goblins for a second. Metal Gorb Rising Revengeance. Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but let's start off with a little bit of goblin jazz. Sticks with the theme of goblins for the moment. The Overlord Games OST. Ooh, that's a good choice. That'd be nice if I had some bulwark, but I do not. Got a chance to check out Backpack Hero, by the way. I have not, and I do need to work on that. Thank you for reminding me. Hello, Darkrays. How you doing, pal? Okay, the world is pushing me back towards bombs again. I don't know how else to explain this. Yes, I'd like to get rid of a pebble. Thank you. Preferably right towards the... Yeah, okay. Or never mind. Or we could just very carefully kill all of those.
They're gonna have to glue you back together in Goblin hell.
Well, you say that, and then we're immediately going to get the painter and just bloody die again because, oh no, art history. Let's max out the lightning for now. Well, we've lost access to the elite, so let's just head right.
What the fuck?
Precisely. Haglin, what do you like to do? Remove a pebble, please. Thank you. Let's head right. Max HP. Clearly, it's something I struggle with. Okay. My bad. Should not have shot for that. Reorbanizer, Infernorb. Applies double damage to slime. Still not understanding this whole sliming business. Mostly because by the time I even register the slime has arrived on the board, it's fallen off again. No, I do not want to No, I do not want more pebbles. I will happily sacrifice some health. Good lord. Get those pebbles out of my face. No, I don't want fireballs either. Okay. This is a stupid idea. Where's the settings? Oh, is the settings hiding in, like... Right. Hold on. Is it hiding in the main menu? Let's figure out how this works. Okay. Yeah, I can see why if a ball starts really accelerating, that 3 times speed is going to go insane.
You don't want more pebbles, but could you perhaps be interested in some fruit?
Get out of here, more. We do not want fruit. I'll buy a Bucklord, just the one. Alright, Leshy. Let's see how you goes. Ew. Deal exactly 1 damage. Well, thank you so much, game. And it's nice to be appreciated for dealing exactly 1 damage. Ow. Every time I try and hit that refresh orb, I'm just hitting everything around it. Come on. There we go. I do at least appreciate the game for out openly saying we can't guarantee what Earth is going to happen to the physics. I mostly just want to see if it could get weird, but it's not gotten too strange, realistically. Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't really see the point in 3 times. I was expecting funnier. Like maybe it clips outside the map as a whole. Big news, an independent Latvian animation studio who worked entirely in Blender just won an Oscar. Well done, Latvia! Nice. And also, well done, Blender. That representation is going to be really helpful, I think. Because nothing is more annoying than when tools or softwares that could become new industry standard are just looked down upon because, ugh, but it's not the industry standard. Like, well, that's the whole point with standards. They're meant to go up over time. Or change. In any way. But no, you just want to keep sitting there. Hoovering up all the praise for just existing. Looking at you, avid media composer. Looking at you, Adobe. Well, in Adobe's... I hate saying this, but in Adobe's defense, they're a more recent claim to the throne. It used to belong to to Avid Media Composer. Like, Adobe only really started sticking their fingers in around about... you know, properly, they started concertedly sticking their fingers in around about... I want to say Gone Girl is the first movie I can think of that was, like, highly known and mostly on-prem. Swashbuckler. Let's try swashbuckling. Why not? Take a right. Please tell me I wasn't the only one that read Latvia, because I read Latveria. I also read Latveria and had to consciously stop myself and remind myself that's Dr. Doom's hangout. Blender has also been active in making meme shorts on YouTube. At least they keep popping up. When you say Blender has been active in making it, do you mean people making the meme shorts with Blender, or do you mean Blender themselves are making the meme shorts? Because if Blender themselves are making it, that's fantastic. If it's just people making meme shorts with Blender, yeah, that's been the case for the longest time. But I'm just generally more a fan of open sourcey softwares taking over those kind of ones. No, the official Blender. Nice. Okay, the official Blender YouTube account is getting on board. They'll start making porn next, and no one will have any idea how to stop them. What do you upgrade into? Nah. Not such a fan. I thought I might like the swash and the buckle, but I'm turning away from it the more I look at it. No one can stop porn. No one can. I mean, what's the... it might just be a... It probably is just a conspiracy, but there was that whole kerfuffle that Overwatch 2 and the whole model reboot was mostly so that they could try and stop people making quite so much Overwatch porn. And it took like 2 days. You joke, but I know several people in 3D porn Discord who actually contributed to Blender in major ways. Thing was, I wasn't especially joking. Like, I was joking about a big company making it and in a public space, sure, but like, no, I want to say it was BioShock's Elizabeth drove like an entire like technological change. I just can't remember what exactly she drove, but I know that there was the thing around her on that topic. Of course, you hit everything except the one that you were aiming for. I'll be honest, I've long since stopped paying attention. Is this bat healing, by the way? Because every time I do damage, it is, isn't it? It's not... You dick! He's healing every time I hurt him. Screw you, bat. I also love how it's Peglin, of all things, that drives this in-depth, nuanced conversation about the specifics and highly technical assets of porn animation. This, of course, it's the funny ball bouncing game that causes that. That's where we decide to harness all of that dialogue in one place. Well, I mean, I'm a swashbuckler, so a swashbuckle orb. Immune to attack damage while reloading. Yes, please. That sounds quite nice. You know what makes me sad? Source Filmmaker would also be up there if Valve cared about it enough to update that. Ugh, Valve updating most things is just such a sad area of the internet. Like, TF2 seems to have gone without much going on for yonks and yonks and yonks. According to you now, Source Filmmaker has already been in the trash for that kind of problem as well. Bloody, Left 4 Dead and whatnot was an IP, was left for so long that the devs ran off and made Back 4 Blood, and which was a whole business. I mean, it's getting to the point that people are playing Half-Life with bloody Google Chat Translate. Just for something to do. Do I just accept my fate and start upgrading the pebbles? No, I refuse. They did release the full code of TF2 into the open a few weeks back, which is neat. I suppose, but still. The Stompy Stomp. Nice. Also, I'm kind of weirdly enjoying the adventures of the adventures of Jazz Peglin over here. Also, I'm going to just hold up. I am so very angry that I seem to have been basically shadow blacklisted from any sponsorships ever again, because I would love to resurrect the Jazz Gutter, the strange, weird, speakeasy persona, for exclusively for sponsorships. Now that there is an entire album, basically, of Goblin Jazz. Where were you when I needed you, Jazz? Come on. You left me stuck with Mario. I mean, really? Have you met the guy? Bowser's trying his best, but he can only hold up the Jazz for so long when even the protagonist isn't interested. I'll hold off. I want to see what we can get. Whenever a crit is triggered, deal damage. Well, let's go with... Yeah, let's go with a crit knife of some form, sure. I need to get rid of that Dagorb, goodness me. Jack Orb Lantern. Instead of exiting the board, this orb will return to the top of the pegboard one time. Can target any enemy. Interesting. Gaining Spinesse. A Laze Orb. Let's heal. Mostly taking that because of how it affects chests. Yep. Infection damage is increased by 5 per area. I think that's worthwhile now? Because we're in the first area, so in theory it should get stronger. Ooh! Must circle and bulwark. And I've suddenly unlocked a Peglin achievement. Thanks. Thanks, game. I unlocked a couple of these a while back. Alright. Strange, man. That's the bloody slime again. Let's say... we need rid of... I'm actually going to say rid of the dagger orb of all things. Because the pebbles seem to keep getting eaten up by various events, but the dagger orb is just kind of a death sentence when it does show up. One, two, three. Okay, there's no way to make more out of them. I don't know why I was expecting there would be. Strange mirror to... yeah, I'll remove one orb. I'm gonna need that healing now. I'm gonna need it pretty badly. Do the bouncy bouncy. Hold on, I've been sent a picture on Discord, excuse me. So, Rakan, as a friend of the channel, Rakan, has sent me a terrible Photoshop of the Disney Channel logo and Nishiki from Yakuza with, "Hi, I'm Akira Nishikiyama from Yakuza Kiwami and you're watching Disney Channel." No. That is not a timeline we ever need to be anywhere near. Right, someone said the Overlord OST. Oh, wait, no. Overlord OST is going to get a bit confusing, isn't it? Because that's going to bring up the anime. Hang on a minute. Are you in a playlist? Has this person made a playlist? God bless the prevalence of randos on YouTube who just make an entire playlist of a game's entire soundtrack. Hello, everyone. I'm Goro Majima, and you're watching Jackass. Keep filming, Kiryu-chan. Oh, no. No, no, please. Jupiter Orb fires a laser. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? We're going up against the slime, so who even knows anymore? Let's upgrade that, and let's upgrade you. The Dark Obelisk, shove a Peglin in it. Right. This has ended up weirdly dramatic just in time for the slime. You know a game is niche when there is no internet rando that made a playlist of its soundtrack despite it being really good. Indeed. Absolutely. And at which point, if you have recognized that, if you live in a timeline where you've recognized that, it is your solemn sworn duty to become that internet rando. Almost there, Peglin. Come on. Come on, little goblin. There you go. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'll buy another Jupiter Orb. I don't really know how those work, but I'm going to find out. All orbs get morbid, but they contain half as many. Nope. Get some finesse. Sure. Everything has flat 2 but extra damage but 1 less crit? Sure. Fires the lasers! Carefully. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to shoot at that one. It just makes more sense. There we go. Just fight like an ordinary person, Ed. Right. Preferably we'd like to go right, but the world doesn't end if we end up going left. Sink Soul, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Sink Soul. Made entirely of gold! It's holding a radiant gold orb. I'll accept the damages for the money. Yeah, we do it for the vine. Smash the statue and dent the plates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. Okay. Let's get rid of this pebble. And just hold on to that, I think. Oh, I'm not familiar with you. Hello, how are you doing, sir? I have lasers. I'm a go- I've just understood the reality of the situation, that I'm a tiny goblin with lasers. Oh, you're putting up bulwark now. Nice. Putting up quite a fascinating amount of bulwark, actually. Where did you get 12 from out of it? Is this your thing? You just double your bulwark every turn? Surely that gets unfeasible very quickly. Okay, now you don't seem to be doubling it anymore. Now... Now it's following a more normal pattern. Okay. Also, screw you, I have lasers. I am the goblin that brought lasers. Heal. Okay. Ideally, we're not pathing towards another shop, so let's say we go for another upgrade to the bulwark. When you reload, gain balance. Interesting. Attacks gain an increasing damage multiplier based on the number of tiny ones or removed... Yes? I mean, damage multiplier sounds good. I'm not entirely certain what it's correlating to, but we'll find out. Oh, balls. Who brings lasers to a magical duel? This tiny little goblin. Let's heal. And let's start buffing the lasers. Why not? All attacks gain extra crits, or the first one hit gains plus 10. All attacks extra crit. Duplicating crits and refreshers sounds very nice. Let's go after the elite, because then we can path straight back to the chest as well. More lasers! Okay, I like the laser. I like the laser. It's very funny just to watch a tiny little goblin just obliterate a room with a laser. those sort of moments of complete overkill. And it's annoying. It's annoying to like this particular piece of media because as time goes on, more and more people that are in said piece of media turn out to have some controversy because they're it's the internet, obviously, and as time goes on, that just happens. But that level of overkill always puts me in mind of when it was some anniversary coming up for Final Fantasy VI. So back then, what was called the Game Station podcast all did a big long stream of it. And right at the start, there's just this point where the characters in the start of Final Fantasy VI are wearing huge Magitech armor and blasting through pretty much an ordinary village. And this caused one of the players to destroy a rat with a missile. And there's just one guy sat on this sofa in the background who just says, "Dude, you just blew up a rat with a missile. How do you feel?" And it's like, yeah. No, I can understand that. You suddenly you just get smacked in the face with, "What have I done?" Enemy damage resistance has become weaknesses instead. You know what? Let's put on the spiffing crit. I once saw someone cast Knights of the Round on a basic goblin. That's just mean. That's so mean. I mean, I can't talk. I had Stroll crit a goblin for 76,000 HP. But that's still unfair. Poor goblin. Attacks cause spinfection. Oh, God. Oh, this is getting horrible. So we've got attacks that innately cause exploitable, attacks that innately cause spinfection. Our laser pierces everyone. And we've also now picked up Echo, which is another pierce everyone attack. Oh no. I'll start buffing the other laser, I guess. The tiny goblin just adorably squeaking, "I'm a fire in my laser!" Walk out the door and just get blasted by a fucking goblin who's somehow wielding high-tech weaponry in a medieval castle. Or because he rubbed his bowls on everything. Minus 50 max. No, I'm not losing 50 max HP. No, this is doing too well, and I want revenge on the bloody painter. This is not going to work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try for it. Let's get one zap going. Okay, that was a mistake. The echo orb was a mistake there. That was bad. That was a mistake. Because this guy seems to be effectively doing like a toxic stall. Like, these guys poison you if you kill them, obviously. But I'm not really seeing it do much damage of its own. Oh, that's because I'm blocking it. I'm a fool. Yes, of course. I'm literally all about that block. No treble. And I'm saying I'm surprised that I'm not seeing them doing any... Yeah, okay, that's on me. That's fully on me. Right. We might even get to see what these bloody paintings do when they're fully charged now. Oh, they just spit at you. Oh, okay. I mean, fair dues, I suppose. Right. Come on, laser. Nope. Laser has consistently done like 100+ damage, and the one time I needed to, nope. Fuck you, laser. Love you too, laser. Okay. See, normally it's here where I'd say, oh, let's play another character. But because of the fact that, listen, this one expects you to get 100 bulwark at the end of a battle. That's quite a lot, without either killing the enemy or losing it because the enemy that is alive, in order for the match to have gone on long enough, has currently been hitting you. Round roll just required you to grab some poison. That's been perfectly fine because there's doublers in play. And this one, I don't really understand. You're in a single shot, bounce an orb on at least 6 slimed pegs in a row. That just sounds overcomplicated, at least to me. Hilariously, the actual Cruciball business has never come up. Like, the increased misnavigation damage has barely had an impact. Fine. Applies double damage slime to every 9 hit. But does that mean that the slime does double damage for you hitting it? That this hit will do double damage because this has been hit? Like, just one step deeper of explanation. Am I circled? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, so close. Hey ho. It's alright, not the end of the world. Okay. So the question now is, does that orange one being on the board mean it does double damage by going over it, or by consuming it, or... No clue. Hello, Bob Orb. Yes, you're coming with. You're getting upgraded. Priority. So the Bob Orb is a bomb-making orb. Me being me, think you can see why oh, never mind. I'm not allowed to fight the elite then. I'm all aboard for creating yet more bombs. Because it at least gets us out of these early fights nice and quickly. Extraordinary. Weak crit damage that cannot be modified, but effects that apply X plus Y instead provide X plus 3 times crit. Interesting. Okay, so that only does basic damage, but all crit stuff turns into... Interesting, okay. It will do crits, just the crits are bad. Yeah, pretty much. Whenever you reload, gain balance. Immune to damage while reloading. That is weirdly strong. So we found last time, so I'll probably go with that. Check behind the waterfall. Ooh! Each crit triggered for projectile attacks causes them to pierce. Not gonna say no. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's really nice to know that you enjoy the show, and I want you to know when to go. Oh, so close. Now I know that's a thing, I'm consciously can't stop myself shooting for it. Constantly trying to get those ones in the middle to get an extra cheeky bit of loot. After having been absolutely bloody thrown for a loop the first time. Summoning circle? Yes, please. Can be a little bit silly. Buddy, where are you going? Okay, then. Gonna go play some wilds with friends. See you around. Do enjoy yourself. Just promise us that much. I really wish I could get into Monster Hunter. Just as a whole series, actually. I do wish that I could get into Monster Hunter. Sadly, doesn't quite gel with me. From what I remember, your issue is the combat is downright glacial. Yup. And even the ones that sell themselves on being faster, like Rise, yes, they are faster, but faster is still pretty slow. Your stream about Monster Hunter World back then actually got me into it. I honestly, if oh god, what were they called? Chrono.gg, I think I was with at the time. If Chrono.gg could hear that, I'm sure they would smile, because to hear evidence that someone they propped up actually got one of their games into at least someone's heart, I'm glad for. And you certainly seem to have enjoyed it going forward, so that's grand. I've always been like, I'm always happy to attempt Monster Hunter, but it just often sadly doesn't land for me. And I do wish it could be otherwise. Oh yeah, I'm having a blast of Monster Hunter, thanks Chrono.gg. Oh, they're long dead. They long dead. Also, fun fact that you mention it as being Monster Hunter World, since Monster Hunter World is the only one of theirs, like of the sponsored links that I was ever like handed out for coverage, the only one of theirs that many years later would just suddenly vanish. Because I just suddenly got a message from Steam one day saying, yo, you don't own Monster Hunter World anymore. The wherever you got the link from, no, that link is dead now, so you don't own Monster Hunter World anymore. Only one of those, ever. Well, goodbye Slime Ball, bloody hell. It refreshes. I suppose I could try and refresh them back to health, but we've got refresh orbs for that. Wilds came out last Friday, already thrown 24 hours. Yep, that sounds about right, Lydia. Whenever you defeat a non-minion enemy, gain 1 max... What? So I gain 1 max health per zone, basically, because I suppose arguably maybe slightly more than 1 if I fight the elites. That doesn't seem like the greatest history of trade deals, but we'll give it a go, I suppose. Oh no, it's the mole. Come and help me bash this mole. Oh, ticky, ticky, ticky clock. Right, okay. No. Constricting chains. Every orb fires 2 additional copies onto the pegboard, but they all do 0.5 times damage, so total would be a 1.5 in total, but they can only be aimed in 4 No. I'll just go with... I'll go with Ballance. Yeah. Because that'll make the Bob Orb actually do damage, which it doesn't at the moment. And it's Painter again. Is it just going to be Painter until I actually beat Painter? Probably. Either that or I've just been staggeringly unlucky and rolled Painter every single time. Well, goodbye, lads. Where are we pathing? We're trying to path left. Okay. I'll probably round out this run and then call it. Whatever slime is applied to game. That's not the worst. Yeah, let's go with that. Why not? A forge, hot and ready to smelt, yet oddly unattended. You think that you could use it, but your little Peglin hands aren't made to handle the heat. You can take a smithing hammer, use the forge, or use your satchel to scoop up the forge. I was really hoping we'd come across this because I just genuinely love this description. Whenever an upgradable orb is added to your deck, you upgrade it and take 6 damage. That's an okay one, but this one. You manage to slide your satchel over the forge and it disappears into the void. You're not sure why you thought this would work, but you're glad you tried it. If that is not a fantastic summation of how we approach things in this corner of our internet, I don't know what is. We don't know why you thought this would work, but we're glad you tried. Take a relic I found? Yeah, I'll take it. Give me some cheese. Oh, there goes the Haglin again. Do you want to remove an orb? Yes, please. Get rid of this bloody pebble. Meanwhile, at the shop... post-battle healing... Actually, I will take that. Specifically for how I treat post-chest bombs. Because those will get us a decent packet, actually. The board will contain an extra one of those. Yeah, let's get an additional crit button, sure. Off to the side. An obelisk, stuff a pebble in it. No, not that way. Okay then. Thank you. I'm considerably confused, but thank you. An enemy hits you, blind them. Or provide bollusion. Now let's try blind. Why not? I'll take a grabby hand. It's not the greatest, but I'll take it. Go. We're just launching sound design at them now, basically. Okay. So, we can't escape the bombs. They are, unfortunately, glued to us. So, my only solution is going to have to be attempt to bomb this character to death before I die from poison. Is the stream horked for everyone or just me? I might just be you, unfortunately. I can't see it being horked on my end, unfortunately. having bizarre DNS issues since yesterday. Oh dear. Yeah, I hope that does stabilize. That'd be a little bit rough, to be honest. Almost. Okay, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible. Ow. Well, I'm basically dead. Oh joy, I can throw... I knew this bloody slime orb wasn't going to be any help. Honestly, who would think such a slime orb could be any... Yeah. No, I was baiting with that. Okay. So, let's keep on going. All orbs get morbid. Every shot fires, but the created multi-balls are smaller than their source. Status effects you apply have 2 times intensity. Well, there's no point in that one. Let's go with the duplicating orbs. Because if that duplicates the summoning circle, which is already duplicating a bunch of orbs, that's going to get ridiculous very quickly. YouTube has paused itself. Sorry, hang on. I forget YouTube does that, where it's like, hey, you haven't moved in a while. Do you want to keep going, buddy? Don't really think of any of those I currently want. Into the mines we go. The ethereal Peglin is offering us an upgrade. I can't think of anything I want to upgrade, so I'll just leave you be, my guy. You have an orb discard. Thank you very much. That counteracts the fact I was missing one before. Okay, we can grab some pebbles. Attempt to dodge, which loses us max HP, or brace for impact. Let's brace for impact because we can always heal back up again. And I don't really want to lose the max HP if I can avoid it. Strange mirror. Duplicate all orbs or a random orb. Well, I mean, our current orbs aren't that terrible, so yeah, duplicate them all. We'll just find a way to thin the rest. I've probably doomed myself, but I at least do have discards now, which I didn't used to. So, we've got twice our usual horde of orbs before we need to reload. We can discard, whereas we couldn't previously. And every orb is a multi-orb double. This could get very strange very quickly. Very strange. Very quickly, apparently. I guess the question mark. Yeah, so I can get the free chest, yeah. Spinvestment? Don't mind if I do. Yes, please. Just a second. Just mum clunking around. When a crit is triggered? Right, okay, sure. Yeah, that's a word, Ed. Are you triggered, bro? Okay. Carefully now. Now, what we need to watch out for is there's red bombs around this place. There's red bombs in these parts. The problem with red bombs is that they hurt me. So I'd really rather not hit them if I can avoid it, but I think I've just hit a bunch of them. Yes, I have. Ow! Heal! Counters contribute damage. Bombs apply blind. I'll take bombs applying blind, sure. You're back, gotta heat up myself some lunch. Look after yourself, we may well be done soon. I'm hoping so. I think we might have destroyed gravity, though. Just a bit. Okay. Don't really need to upgrade anything right now. With the speed with which we destroy stuff, I think I might actually pick up the ether wheel and hope for the best there. Because we might need some refresh. We might need to refresh the board by firing things. Peglin, if we met before, what can I do for you? Could you remove an orb for me? Could you please get rid of this useless pebble? Come on. Come on, the end of my hero's journey. That's a lot of red bombs. Alright, hope for the best.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Ow! Okay. Yeah, we are indeed surrounded by idiots, Leopard, and I'm the idiot. Hi, I'm surrounding it. I'm just that fat these days. Okay. Alright. Ow. Heal. Right. Have we got a no. Okay. There is no shop. Max everything. We're going in. Fire the summoning circle! All walk, yes. Nope, okay. Wait, how's that gonna work? Oh, okay. Black hole is usually random movement, but there's only one place to go. No! He's trying to suck my balls! Damn you, dragon! What do you think I am, a bard? Screw you! Well, no, actually, no, that is what a bard would do. Forget I said that! Fire the bombs! Okay, that wasn't as many bombs as I was hoping for. Or slime. I'm still not entirely sure how the slime works, but we'll just figure it out. Ah, this is what I was talking about. There goes the refresh that we needed. Go on, little Peglin! You've got this! Believe! Believe, little Peglin! Just keep throwing bombs down his gob! It's 60% blind. We might completely blind the dragon. Nope. Oh. Almost. Parry this, you scaly casual. Okay. The mines has been complete and Cruciball level 5 is unlocked. You detonated 188 bombs. You dealt 56,000 damage. Nice. Okay. We have beaten the dragon. Now we can use Tiger Drop. Ah, yes, of course. Somewhere in the background, there's just an echoing in the mines. Kiryu-chan! See, that's the sort of class I'd appreciate in Peglin. I'd appreciate like a monk-based class that just happens to be wearing, you know, I don't know, some kind of suit with like a tasteful red shirt underneath that just like punches balls towards the enemy. That'd be appreciative. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone we can drop Jarls off onto. You know what? We raised the specter of Majima, so it's only right to drop Jarl off onto Crystal, who's playing Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Also, I will throw out, as Next Decade says, if there was any fantasy race Majima would be, it would probably be a Goblin. If we're going with D&D verse, I challenge this with one specific, very weird pull. A grey dragon. Because grey dragons don't hoard the same way that normal dragons do. And they tend to hoard experiences and, like, specifically the hunt. They really get a knock on and just, like, love the chase and the back and forth of a good hunt. So, I would argue that Majima really fits with the grey dragon idea. Because he's just fixated himself on fighting Kiryu, and that's his horde. His horde is just becoming obsessed with the back and forth. And it also, ironically, would turn him into a twisted dragon, which I think works quite nicely. Lord Cupson, I don't know why the Windows fake out didn't play, but thank you for the 100 bits. All I know is Kiryu is an adamantine dragon. I need to look that up at some point. That sounds baller as shit. You get it? Because balls and Peglin. Love you all and farewell. Thank you for your time and your eyeballs. Mwah.